Welcome back to High Stakes. Elevate your betting game by hitting that subscribe button and never miss out on our daily content. Want exclusive access to premium betting picks? Join our Patreon. Links waiting for you in the comment section below. Stay ahead of the game with High Stakes. Detroit Tigers versus Houston Astros. Get ready for a high-stakes showdown as the Detroit Tigers take on the Houston Astros in what promises to be a pitching duel for the ages. Houston dominated the regular season series, taking 4 of the 6 games, but tonight's Game 1 is where it all matters. We've got a killer pitching matchup on deck, with 2 of the league's top arms taking center stage. Framber Valdez has been the rock for the Astros, leading the team to a 19-9 record in his starts. His one weakness? Running up that pitch count a bit faster than Houston would like. If Detroit's offense wants to stand a chance, they'll need to stay patient, work the count, and force Valdez into some uncomfortable spots. This is Detroit's golden opportunity, especially since they've got their ace on the mound. And speaking of aces, Tarik Skubal has been nothing short of elite. His Cy Young-worthy campaign has propelled the Tigers to a 21-10 record where he starts, including a red-hot 7-2 over his last 9 outings. Skubal's been slightly shakier on the road, but don't let that fool you. He's 8-3 with a 2.86 ERA away from home and has allowed 3 or fewer runs in all 7 of his last road games. This dude's been a beast all season long, and betting against him right now feels like a losing move. I'm rolling with Detroit to snag the win in this one. Skubal's been too dominant, and the Tigers know this is their shot to steal Game 1. As for the total, the numbers paint a tight picture. Houston and Detroit split the over-under in their 6 regular season meetings, averaging a combined 9.3 runs per game, largely thanks to one explosive 17-run contest back in June. Houston finished the season scoring 4.6 runs per game, ranking 10th, while Detroit lagged at 19th, posting 4.21 per game. But here's the kicker. Tonight's starters are both in peak form. Skubal's allowed just 5 earned runs across his last 5 starts, and Valdez has matched that, giving up 5 earned over his last 5 as well. In a game where both teams will lean on their aces and lock in defensively, I'm expecting a low-scoring affair. Both bullpens are rock solid, and runs will be hard to come by. My pick: this game is going under 6.5 runs. So buckle up. This one's going to be a battle. Kansas City Royals versus Baltimore Orioles. This wild-card matchup between the Kansas City Royals and Baltimore Orioles might just be the most finely balanced series in the MLB playoffs. Both teams finished the regular season with identical run line records at 88-74, showcasing just how evenly matched they are. Kansas City edges Baltimore slightly in pitching, boasting a team ERA of 3.76 compared to Baltimore's 3.94, but Baltimore's offensive firepower is undeniable, ranking 4th in runs scored, while the Royals sit back at 13th. But let's be clear, this game won't be a slugfest. With 2 elite starters taking the mound, the real action will come down to pitching, defense, and which bullpen holds a line late in the game. Kansas City might not get the straight-up win, but they're far from outclassed, especially with Cole Ragans on the hill. Ragans has been dealing all season with a 3.14 ERA and an impressive 223 strikeouts. He's ending the year on a heater too, giving up just 3 runs across his last 25 innings in 4 consecutive lights-out performances. He'll keep this game tight from the jump. However, Baltimore isn't coming to the party empty-handed. They're sending out their ace, Corbin Burnes, who has been a force all year long. Burnes finished 15-9 with a stellar 2.92 ERA and 181 strikeouts. Just like Ragans, Burnes has been red-hot down the stretch, allowing only 4 runs over his last 30 innings in 5 straight dominant outings. These 2 starters will be going head-to-head like heavyweight prize-fighters, matching each other pitch for pitch deep into the game. For my pick, I'm taking Kansas City Royals plus 1.5 runs. With Ragans on the mound and the tight balance between these teams, this is going to be a close one, possibly decided late or even in extra innings. The Royals have enough on the mound to keep it close, and with the plus 1.5, they're a solid play. Now let's talk totals. With 2 elite starters like Ragans and Burnes, don't expect a high-scoring affair. The total has hit under in 5 of Kansas City's last 6 games and in 6 of their last 7 road games. While Baltimore has seen the over hit more often during the season, this game is the exception. With playoff nerves settling in and hitters having to deal with two of the best arms in the league, the runs will be hard to come by. My total pick is under. In what promises to be a nerve-wracking opener to the series, expect both teams to rely heavily on their pitching to set the tone for the rest of the series. New York Mets versus Milwaukee Brewers. I have to ride with the crew in Game 1 on Tuesday. For starters, they've been resting since Sunday, which means they'll have all of their bullpen arms at full strength. Furthermore, New York just had a ton of traveling to do over the last couple of days, flying from Milwaukee to Atlanta, and now they're on a plane back to Milwaukee for Game 1. This is a less than ideal situation for the Mets, and I do put some weight into the inconvenience for them. Milwaukee was also a solid home team this year, going 47-34 SU. They dominated the head-to-head series against New York, going 5-1 against them. I have no issue laying the juice with the Brewers at home in Game 1. My team pick is Milwaukee Brewers moneyline. In the 6 head-to-head matchups this year, the Mets averaged only 2.8 runs per game. Now that it's the playoffs, I expect to see the offenses take an even bigger slide. I'm jumping on the under for Game 1. My total pick is under 7.5 runs. Atlanta Braves versus San Diego Padres. The Atlanta Braves needed Game 162 to secure a playoff spot. They have a big disadvantage in this one due to the scheduling. Atlanta had to play the doubleheader against the Mets on Monday to determine the wild card seeding. The Braves had to travel to San Diego on Monday night. Furthermore, the Braves have yet to announce who is pitching in Game 1. Chris Sale is injured. Is expected to be Bryce Elder, Ian Anderson, or A.J. Smith-Shawver. This is not ideal considering Elder has a 6.52 ERA. Smith-Shawver has only pitched 4.1 innings with the Braves this season. The Padres look good against the Braves this season, posting a 4-3 record. Padres pitcher Michael King is developing into an ace. King has generated a dazzling 1.57 ERA this month. This includes outings against the Astros and Dodgers. My team pick is San Diego Padres to win. The Braves have not announced a starter for Game 1 as of early Tuesday morning. This is understandable considering they had to play in the doubleheader in Atlanta on Monday and travel to San Diego. Chris Sale is dealing with back issues and is expected to miss the entire series. Bryce Elder, Ian Anderson, and A.J. Smith-Shawver are the candidates to pitch. Bryce Elder has struggled this season, posting a disastrous 6.52 ERA and a 1.63 WHIP accompanied by a 2-5 record in 49.2 innings. A.J. Smith-Shawver has only pitched 4.1 innings with the Braves this season. The Padres will have Michael King on the mound on Tuesday evening. King was dominant in his most recent outing, allowing 1 run, 0 earned, in 5 innings against the Dodgers, and was credited with a win. King, who was acquired in the Juan Soto deal, is having a breakout season. He has conceded 1 or 0 runs in 4 of his last 6 outings and is sporting a 2.95 ERA and a 1.19 WHIP complemented by a 13-9 record in 173.2 innings on the season. King has not pitched against Atlanta this season and has not seen a whole lot of Atlanta in his career, issuing 3.2 scoreless innings. My total pick is over.